Hello, everyone. Raymond Mhor, Kilted Prepper. How's everybody doing today? Life is good. I got a reflection. I'm going to switch out my glasses here. These are my non-reflective glasses. So, how's everybody doing this day? Boy, I am just behind here. So, sorry I came in a couple minutes late. I was mucking around with pictures and stuff like that. Hey, Life and Times Texas Mom, how's everything going? So let me see here. Let me lower this camera a smidge, a little bit more. So cool, that's good. So, man, did a good walk today. Did over 2 miles. I'm doing my crisscross thing on the roads, and yeah, it did good one. I did like 2.06 miles today. So, but yeah, good one. And I did turn on my walking app this morning. So, hey, Holly, hey, Joan, how you doing? Today's topic is there are no quick fixes. And the reason I say that is that so many people want that quick fix. They just want that get it going and have things fixed right away and everything. And anything worthwhile is worth working for. And so I wanted to talk a little bit about health today, seeing that that's part of the core four is health, self-love, money. And Chantel, how you doing? Good to see you. But yeah, I was doing my walk today. Had a really good walk. Listened to some good motivational audios and everything. But again, today's topic is there are no quick fixes in today's world. We're coming up here on January, and you know what January means. Everybody, oh, I'm going to start losing weight, or I'm going to start going to the gym, and all this other stuff, and everything. And back in the day. I used to be, or I was, or I still am, I guess, a certified health coach. And I had about 3,500 plus people that I was coaching and helping and everything with a certain diet. Interesting side note here. I did a video on Instagram today and I was saying some words and they dropped my audio. And so here I'm doing a video and everything. If you watched it live, you saw me and everything. But if you go back and see the reel right now, it is all silent because I was saying certain words that, I guess Instagram didn't like. And so they cut all my audio, which sucks because it was a good video. But hopefully, they don't cut my audio today. So, but yeah, I'm talking about better eating, and I've been doing a lot of research. And again, back in the day, I was a certified health coach, wrote a book and everything, and so did it, loved it, enjoyed it, but the big thing that I noticed is that this certain diet was not sustainable. And even though I did it for 3 years or 3+ years, I forget how many years I did it actually, I was finding that a lot of the people that I was coaching were having a hard time being sustainable. And it's because you're counting macros and you're weighing food and you're doing all these extra things. Some people even did meal prepping and all that. And it was just a pain in the butt. And so, after what I did is just realizing that, this was just not, sustainable. I mean, if people wanted to still do it, they can do it and everything. But I stopped coaching in that arena because I was like, I need to find something that is better. And so doing a lot of research and looking back on what I developed and what I wrote about and all these other things, I looked back at what happened during the 30s, 40s, and 50s, and before McDonald's. And that's an interesting point. Is it seems that our society changed, when McDonald's was invented, and when McDonald's was invented, everybody went for fast food, the whole deal and everything like that. But prior to that, our grandparents, great grandparents ate very healthily. And then yes, they did follow kind of this sort of diet right there, that one right there, which I can't really say. So, but they followed that diet and they just did it naturally because a lot of people raised their own food, had their own livestock and everything. So they ate rather healthily. And that's something that we as Americans have gotten away from. And you can tell that just by looking at the population. Walk around Walmart, and 9 times out of 10, 10 out of 8 people are going to be overweight. And so our diet has really been doing a bad thing. It's also caused a lot of issues with diabetes and type 2 and everything like that, and other issues and joint issues now, and arthritis and so forth and so on, because of the diet that we've been eating these past several decades. And so what I've been doing, or what I have done, is I developed a new eating style, and I call that the 1950s diet. And I started that back in January. And here's a picture of me back in, gosh, what was this? Actually, almost a year ago. And so that was me a year ago. And the picture on the right is a picture of me back in August. And I need to take some more pictures. So, but you can see that I was rather overweight and things, because I dropped off that certain diet. Two, I went through a very ugly divorce, and I just kind of let myself go and things. But doing that, though, I realized that that diet that I can't talk about was again not sustainable. So I came up with the 1950s diet, did again a lot of that research and so forth and so on, and been doing it great. And the thing is a lot of people, when they're looking for those diets and everything, you're looking for those quick fixes. And the problem with so many of those quick fixes is that they have what's called the rebound effect. And the rebound effect, because a lot of these diets out there are not sustainable, and you can't do it over the long term and continue doing it and everything. They're not sustainable. People get the rebound effect. The rebound effect is you basically put the weight on and then some. And that's what happened to me here in October. I did the rebound effect. And you can see I put on a lot more there versus what I did, what I'm looking like now in that August picture. But I realized that we need something that is more sustainable. So what did our great grandparents, our parents, great grandparents do? And so again, a lot of research and development and everything. And I started this, what I call the 1950s diet, back in January. And I have found, one, it's very safe. I've been slowly dropping weight. I was around 225, 230 when that picture was taken, and now I'm sitting about 203. And I've been sustaining that for several months now. And what I'm trying to do now is lower my BMI even more, body mass index, or my body fat. And because I'm already starting to see some abs. And folks, listen, you want to see some abs? You know how you do that? You lose body fat. That's just the way it is. Crunches and everything like that, that's all great for the core and does your body good and everything, but you're not going to see abs. How you see abs is by losing body fat. And so that's the journey that I'm on right now, is starting to lose my body fat, because I want to see more of my abs. They're starting to pop out and they're looking good. And so, but I'm sharing all this because with my 1950s diet, there is no counting calories. There is no doing macros or anything. There is no weighing food or anything like that. There is no buying special meals or Jenny Craig junk or Weight Watchers junk or anything like that. And it's just very common sense eating. I don't, during my other diet days, I, was staying totally away from carbs and all that other junk. Where with the 1950s diet, I noticed that they did incorporate some carbs. Now, what's happened today, though, is that we have just really loaded up on the carbs and complex carbs, and really almost everything we eat today has sugar in it. And I want to say sugar is not a bad thing. I mean, or sweeteners are not a bad thing. I'm a proponent of all cane sugar. And so if you're buying sugar, I really strongly suggest all cane sugar. I strongly suggest honey. There's also several other natural sweeteners. I'm a big fan of monk fruit. And reason is because when you take in monk fruit, you have the sweetness and everything, but it doesn't activate the body's oh gosh, now the word just escaped me. But your but anyways, monk fruit, check it out. It's really good. And you only need a little bit because monk fruit is super, super, super sweet. But what I do, so I do promote, some carbs. And so that means some bread, some sandwiches, some pastas and everything, but I don't eat a lot of that. I even though and my weakness is potato chips. I'm going to be straight up. Snickers bars and potato and Reese's peanut butter cups. Now you can have those on the 1950s diet, but you need to really, have moderation. And so, I do have some pasta at times. For example, last night I ate a sandwich for my dinner. And so, and I had my mom brought over a bag of chips and some of these pickle ranch chips, and she didn't really care for them, but I had maybe about 20 chips and things. So, but I weighed myself this morning. I'm still sitting around 203, 204. And so it's all good. But with the 1950s diet, it is common sense eating, practical eating, and not overindulgence in the sugars and complex carbs and high carb or anything like that, which today's diet is so carb heavy, so sugar heavy. And I mean, it's just about anything and everything that you have and you try or something like that has got sugar in it. And again, I'm not anti-sugar. I believe in natural sugar. I believe in pure cane sugar. There's a lot of sugar that's made from high fructose corn syrup and everything. I stay totally away from high fructose corn syrup. Blech, bad, bad stuff, negative. And so by doing that, your body is still getting some sugars because sugar is not bad. It's when you overindulge in sugar that becomes bad. Carbs are not bad. It's when you overindulge in carbs. Now I do try to stay away from complex carbs and a lot of those packaged foods and things like that. Every once in a blue moon I might make some hamburger helper or something like that. But this cheap food that you can buy today is something I totally stay away from. I totally believe in healthy diets. We eat a lot of protein. We do eat a lot of veggies and everything. In fact, I still have my broccoli growing in my garden that I need to snip a couple of heads off of because they're getting ready to sprout on me. But we do practice good, healthy eating. And when you do that, and then you start mixing in, like I do a 45-minute walk every morning or do some sort of workout or something like that, you'll see the pounds just drop right off. But it's just very common sense to do. And so these are the things that I've been doing, and I've been dropping the weight safely and soundly. No joint problem, no joints or, all the joints are doing great. Everything feels great, So, but it's a very good, healthy diet because it's what our great grandparents or grandparents did and everything through the ages. And so I'm very, very pleased with this new diet that I have come up with. And with some of the things, if you're in my coaching group, and I know that some of you guys are in my coaching group, I've already been posting recipes in there that because a lot of people go, what the heck do I make? Because a lot, and a lot of these recipes that I probably have got over 300 recipes so far that I've been accumulating and building and adapting and things. But I've been slowly posting recipes in the coaching group, and so but check that out. But these are basically meals of what our great grandparents and everything that ate. I also stay away from vegetable oil. I stay away from that. I stay away from canola oil or anything. I tend to lean more towards like grapeseed oil. I like olive oil, avocado oil, coconut oil, palm oil. A lot of these more natural oils are what I tend to cook with and use and everything because they're better for you. They are the good fats, not these bad fats. I mean, think about it, folks. When was the last time you squeezed some oil out of a carrot? And or some other vegetable? They do so much chemicals and processing and everything like that to come up with vegetable oil, and then canola oil just sucks. It's really bad. If you do some research on it, it's really bad for you. So, but anyways, I wanted to share these things with you because we're coming up on that time of year where people want to start losing weight and start going to the gym and everything, and you don't have to go to the extremes. You can just take your time and do it because, again, there are no quick fixes. It takes time. If you want positive, true, holding results, it takes time. You've got to work for it. But what I found with the 1950s diet is it's very little work. It's very, very simple. And again, I'm going to be posting even more recipes up in the coaching group. And, the coaching group, for guys who don't know, it's warriorsnotsheeple.com. So check it out, $43.50 a month to join that. In there also, I have my core four, which every day people go in there, check off their core fours, their core four tasks and stuff. I've been putting up more videos and everything already in the coaching group, more recipes. I've also created a number of different survival and preparedness areas where I am posting a lot of ebooks and PDFs and manuals and everything like that. So not only is this a good prepping coaching group, but it's going to focus on, beans, bullets, band-aids, and Bibles, but it's also going to focus on the core four and the 1950s diet. So you're getting a whole body, whole system, not just one thing here, one thing there. I'm focusing on the entire body, the entire person, and the entire process. And so check that out if you guys are interested, or just email me or talk to me and I'll tell you more about it and things. But this is something that I'm doing because I think is vitally important. Something I've noticed in the prepping arena is that, people have a very weak mental fortitude. Even though they say they have their beans, bullets, band-aids, and Bibles, they lack in the mental fortitude. And so they're not caring for their health. They're not caring for themselves. I mean, if you want the proof, go to some of these prepping groups on Facebook and look at personal profiles. Oh, I'm a prepper, blah, blah, blah. I weigh 300 pounds, but you know what? I'm a prepper and I've got all the gear and cool guy stuff and the AR-15s and blah, 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 blah. Well, dude, you're not taking care of your body. You're not taking care of your mind. And these two things are vitally important for the prepper, but it seems to be forgotten. It seems that, the preppers have forgotten this thing, that they need to take care of their mind and they need to take care of their body. Those are the two things that will help you survive and help you through the SHTF situation. So again, that's why I'm talking about, the 1950s diet and telling you folks, there are no quick fixes. It takes time. I mean, how long did it take you to put the weight on? Think about it. So it's going to take time to properly take the weight off in a safe, effective, healthy manner. And so, but yeah, that's everything I've got for you today, folks. Do me a favor, like, subscribe, share, ring that little bell, and get notified whenever I do post a new video or anything. Go to my Instagram. It's at Raymond Mhor, and go to my Instagram and follow me there, please. I'm starting to do more work there, posting videos and everything, even though they cut my audio this morning because they didn't like that I was using a certain word and things. So let's see what people are saying. Let's see who's in the room today. I really appreciate you guys showing a lot of conversation going on here. My goodness. We got Joan, we got Chantel. Let's see here. We've got Joan says, my health say is disinfect the dog crap. I'm working on building more muscle in my arms, legs, and midsection. Lost a lot being sick over the summer and starting with 5-pound weights. Good job, Holly. Let's see. I'm just starting to devise a workout routine. I am horribly out of shape. And that was, who was that? Was Chantel. Chantel, again, email me and I'll help you out. You're in my coaching group. Let's get you moving. Let's see what else here. Holly says, Ray, I have my daughter help me with setting up part of my website. She will do this week in technology and computer is not my brain. No problem. If you need any help, Holly, let me know. I'll help you out there. She's another member of our coaching group. But good things here. And this is just the message I wanted to share with you guys today is, quick fixes are not the thing. There are no quick fixes. It's a long-term process. And that's with anything, mentally, physically, emotionally, health, self, love, money. And that's the core four. And if you operate within the core four, you will see change immensely. So that's everything, folks. Raymond Mhor, Kilted Prepper. You're watching Coffee with Ray. We'll see you. Goodbye. God bless. And tilt on.